You know what performance is special? When people stop asking who won and start asking, did that really just happen? Because that's exactly what happened in China. And honestly, track and field may have just witnessed the future of women's javelin. This is 18-year-old Chinese thrower Xie Yiwen. Before this season, she was already considered a prodigy, under 20 world record holder, one of the most exciting young athletes in the sport. But what happened at the Xiamen Diamond League, nobody saw coming. First throw of the season, no build-up, no warning, just one attempt and absolute madness. The javelin leaves her hand, flies through the air, and lands at 71.74 meters. Let that sink in, 71.74. Now, if that number doesn't sound crazy yet, here's why it matters. Women's javelin has struggled in recent years. 70-meter throws, almost non-existent. The world record, still standing untouched for decades. And suddenly, an 18-year-old walks in and throws the second farthest mark in history, only half a meter away from the world record. That's not just impressive, that's terrifying. But somehow, the story gets even stranger, because after that throw, she stopped. Competition over, done. One throw, one win. And she walked away. Now, before people panic, she didn't retire from the sport, only from the competition. But still, think about it. 5 throws left, a home crowd watching, a possible world record in sight, and she shuts it down immediately. Naturally, people started asking questions. Was she injured? Some fans noticed heavy tape on her arm. Maybe this was always the plan. Maybe her coaches didn't want to risk anything. Truth is, nobody knows. But whether it was precaution or strategy, the result remains the same. At 18 years old, she just became the second best women's javelin thrower ever. And maybe we should have seen this coming, because this didn't appear out of nowhere. She's been building toward this moment for years. Back in 2024, she was only 15 years old and already throwing over 64 meters. That distance was good enough to qualify for the Olympics at 15. But because of age restrictions in throwing events, she couldn't compete. And honestly, that may have helped her. No spotlight, no pressure, just development, training quietly behind the scenes, and every year getting stronger. Then came the Under-20 World Championships, and she didn't just win, she destroyed the field, winning by nearly 9 meters. 9. That's domination. That's the type of gap you almost never see. By 2025, she kept improving. Her personal best climbed again. Her consistency improved. And that's the scary part, because one giant throw can be luck. Consistency? That's greatness. Now fast forward to today, season opener, one throw, 71.74 meters, and suddenly, the entire event feels different. Because this isn't just another young talent, this feels bigger. When you look at the under-20 all-time rankings, the numbers become ridiculous. She owns 8 of the top 10 throws ever. 8. That level of dominance is almost unheard of, not just in javelin, in sport. And when you compare her to history, things get even crazier. The legends of women's javelin. Athletes who threw over 70 meters usually reach that level in their 20s, sometimes late 20s. But Xie Yiwen, she just turned 18. You literally cannot make this up. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not a javelin expert, but watching her throw, one thing stands out immediately: speed. The way she attacks the runway and explodes into release looks different, faster, sharper, more aggressive, and maybe that's what makes her so dangerous. Because every once in a while, sports gives us an athlete that feels different, not just talented, not just promising, but genuinely historic. And this feels like one of those moments. If this was only her first throw of the season, then honestly, the women's javelin world record might be living on borrowed time. And for the first time in years, that event feels alive again. Now we wait, because if this is how she starts, I can't even imagine how she finishes.